looking so ugly right now? What's up with it? What's up with it?
Yo, Jay.
Oh, yo, what's up, other Jay?
Yo, what's up? So there's this new show coming out, and I think you're really gonna like it.
What's it called?
I Am Not Okay With This.
You're not okay with what?
The name of the show is I Am Not Okay With This.
You're not okay with what exactly? Tell me the name of the show.
I am not okay with this.
You're not okay with what? The name of the show is what?
I am not okay with this.
What is the name of the show?
I
Just
am
tell me
not
the name
okay
of
with it.
You're not okay with
Well,
what?
back into the
The name of the
closet I
show is
go.
what?
This nigga's
What is the
crazy.
name of the show? Just tell me the name of the... Oh.
Yes, sir. I'm Not Okay With This is Netflix's upcoming series about a teenage girl having to navigate the complexities of dealing with having superpowers and also struggling with her sexuality. I am looking forward to this show, and I've been looking forward to it for a while. I Am Not Okay With This is actually based off of a graphic novel written by the same guy who wrote The End of the Effing World, which is also a Netflix series that was created 2 years ago by the same person who's also co-creating this new show. His name is Jonathan Entwistle, and he's co-creating it with Charles Forsman, the author of the book. Some of the people behind Stranger Things are also working on this new series, including producer Sean Levi, who is one of the most popular and best directors and producers on Stranger Things. Yep. Very tasty. The main character is a 15-year-old girl by the name of Sydney. Sydney is being played by Sophia Lillis, who is known for her part as Beverly in 2017's It, which I love. Sydney's power is telekinesis, and she is very, very powerful, but loses control whenever she's around people that she is sexually attracted to or whenever she's angry. Sydney also deals with anxiety and depression and has sort of a troubled life, including issues that she had with her dad. Because of this, we should expect some very dark undertones in the series. The creators of I Am Not Okay With This have gone on record as saying, think of it as if X-Men was created by John Hughes. Whenever Forsman depicts predictable moments of teenage angst, Sydney's power seems to lurk blackly just outside each panel. It's impossible to decide how to feel towards her or predict what her future might hold. She isn't a sociopath like the protagonist of Forsman's 2013 book, The End of the Effing World, but she seems poised at a crossroads with one road leading to evil. I think that we'll probably see a lot of commentary throughout this series focusing on, oh, Sydney is falling between evil and good. Whoa, which one's it gonna be? Meanwhile, though, she is also a teenage girl. She smokes pot, tries to make friends, has sex with a boy who leaves her cold, then strikes up an acquaintance with the aforementioned convenience store clerk. But when that starts to turn into something more, Sydney's power rises up, actually manifesting as a terrifying monster in one corner of her vision. With no way to be sexual with another person without endangering them, Sydney becomes absorbed in getting revenge on her friend Dina's evil boyfriend. The crossroad looms. There are also a lot of teaser images of the cast in the show that have been released exclusively, which I'll be showing later in this video. Dina, who is Sydney's best friend in the book and the show, is played by Sophia Bryant in the show. Sydney has feelings for Dina, which makes a lot of the plot a little more
thick, a little more interesting.
because Dina already has a boyfriend who Sydney hates. She hates him. She might kill him. Stanley is Sydney's best friend, and he's described as being so uncool that he's cool, so he's an e-boy. He is also played by Wyatt Oleff from It, who was also on the cast with Sophia. I love the fact that 2 cast members from It 2017 are going to be in this show. I love it, and it is one of the more reasons why I'm so excited for the show. Finally, we have Dina's boyfriend, who I mentioned earlier, who is considered an asshole. His name is Brad, and he's portrayed as a homophobic bully who constantly makes fun of Sydney for being a lesbian. He can come off as rude and a jerk sometimes. He can sometimes even be abusive to his girlfriend Dina. He's trying to catch a case. Fruit Loops with oat milk? Nutty. So as I mentioned before, there's already been some promotional content released by Netflix for I'm Not Okay With This as of yesterday. We know that it's going to be coming out on February 26th, which is actually a lot sooner than I thought it was releasing. There's already a poster out, which you see right now. I believe that is Stanley, who is next to Sydney in the poster. I also just peeped that they got the kid who played the kid named Stanley in It, which is also a movie about a group of kids, to play a kid named Stanley in the show based off of the book, where the guy's name is also Stan. What? Damn, that's crazy, bro. The poster looks pretty cool. Nothing too crazy. They say on there that it's from the producers of Stranger Things and The End of the Effing World, which to me, again, that's a great combination because the cinematography in both Stranger Things and the End of the Effing World is just amazing. So I expect nothing less of this show. Also, of course, they're gonna get the people who worked on Stranger Things to produce or work on this show about a girl with telekinetic powers. It only makes sense. This is basically 11 of the TV series. And honestly, to me, that's a great hook. I love Stranger Things. It's my favorite show. So, I mean, I'm excited to see this starring the girl from It, my favorite movie, where she kind of gets her own take on the whole Stranger Things type of series. There were also 3 exclusive images released by Netflix. In this first one, we see Sydney. It looks like she's standing in a convenience store, and a bunch of snacks and other stuff is just on the ground, falling off of the shelves. To me, that's probably gonna be like a big scene where she does something with her telekinesis, and then it all falls, and she's just standing there like, shit. So I think that's pretty cool. A really nice way to sort of tease that this is something more for people who don't already know. In this next picture, we see Sydney laying on the bed with her best friend Dina, who, as we mentioned before, she has a crush on Dina. And I'm pretty sure many people who saw this picture peeped that and were like, ooh, looks like there's gonna be a little romance there. In the final image released by Netflix, we see Sydney and Stanley sitting across from each other opposite at a bowling alley. And it looks like they're both a little bit upset, but I feel like this could be the scene in the show where she'll reveal to Stanley that she has telekinesis. Personally, I haven't read the book. I really want to pick it up and read it just so that I can have, you know, expanded lore, expanded knowledge on this show. Be like, I read the book, you filthy casuals didn't. But I'm not going to read it before the show comes out because it's coming out in another month, and I don't even know if I can trust myself to finish the book in a month or buy it in a month for that matter because I'm so f***ing broke. But I mean, I do want to read the book after the show comes out sometime, so I'll have more knowledge about what happens in the book and how similar it is to the show. If she does reveal to anybody that she has telekinesis, I'd assume that she definitely reveal it to her best friend. And I don't know, I mean, that might be a scene where she's revealing her powers, it might not be. Now, there were also some more exclusive images that were revealed to Collider. So in this first image, we see Dina, Brad, Sydney, and Stanley all sitting in their school, sitting on the bleachers. Now, there's not much to really say about this image other than the fact that the clothing that they all wear, it gives me like a vintage vibe. I'm not exactly sure when I'm Not Okay With This is set, but if it is set in the 80s or the 90s, I can definitely see that. Otherwise, it's just a style that they're going for. But, you know, it looks very intense. They all look very focused in this scene. Sydney definitely looks very dark, just sitting off there to the far left. And it makes sense because in almost all summaries of the book, it is mentioned that Sydney is kind of a dark, narcissistic person sometimes. In this next image, we see her getting along with Dina and Stan, and they're sitting in front of lockers. And she looks a lot happier here, probably because Brad's not there. She hates guts. And then this next image is what we already went through, the one where they're at the bowling alley. And in this image right here, we see her once again sitting with Dina and Stanley, except she's in the middle, and they're at a party, and they're both staring at Stanley. So maybe, I don't know, I feel like Stan might have a crush on somebody, and they're trying to get him to say who he has to crush on. I mean, they're both looking at him with that.
Come on, you sipping ass. We know you like someone.
We have another one right here where she has her head down, she's sitting with Stanley, and they're in front of this gigantic wall that says Brownsville, which I'm assuming is the town that they live in. Population 5,283. That is kind of big for a town. From that, we know that they don't live in like the city or anything, but it's still, that's a pretty big number for a town, 5,000 people. And that also has like a picture of a bridge in the background. So there's probably gonna be some pretty cool scenes with a bridge and a lake. We might also get some lake scenes. So yeah, and like I said, she looks sad, and Stanley's just kind of there to comfort her. So whatever it is, something's going on. It might have to do with Dina, it might have to do with her dad, we have no clue. This next one, we have her staring at Stan, and I'm not sure where that is that they're at. It looks like some type of like, I don't know, community area, like a community center or something like that. It doesn't really look like something you could pinpoint directly, but they're staring very intensely, probably just having a normal conversation about sad stuff. And this next image we already saw, once again, it's Dina and Sydney looking at each other very lovingly. And then right here we have Sydney and Stan again laughing. They are just the best of friends. That's why they're in most of these pictures chilling. Oh, look at that cup, bro. I forgot what those cups are called, but you know when you see that, this has to be in the 90s. And then in this next picture we have Stanley holding a door open Not sure exactly what's going on there, but that's a very, very nice looking shot. The lighting on his face just looks really good right there. And then in the final picture, once again, we have the convenience store image. So everything from I'm Not Okay With This it's looking to shape out very well so far. And I cannot wait to see it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you looking forward to it? Do you think Stanley's a simp? Are you going to be watching all of it when it comes out? Are you going to read the book? Or are you just not going to watch it at all? And in that case, why'd you finish this video? But like and sub. And yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just recently reached 800 subscribers, which is great. I appreciate it. And it would mean the world to me if you subscribe, if you're new and you haven't been here before. I cover TV shows like this. I cover movies like this. And I'm sure you'd enjoy this day.
No, they won't.
Shut up, nigga.
And yeah, other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.